number of sexually related assault charges has struck California so hard that people are resigning like lemmings walking off a cliff. One by one their career ends, and they walk off the cliff of employment. There they go, down into the hole of obscurity, or prison. Some of the recently resigned might find themselves in jail over what they did. And Nancy Pelosi is no different. She's recently gone off the hinges as well, which is par the norm for her daily activity. But this could be the massive scandal that explodes and destroys much of the Democratic Party from the inside out. Democrats found themselves buried up to their necks in accusations and drowning in the misery. It's bad. The levels of trust with the public have dwindled down to barely anything. It's like when parents teach young kids about stranger danger, and the Democrats are big-time strangers as they're being called out for their alleged involvement in some disturbing behaviors. Daily Wire reported, this whole issue has hit a critical mass in a very short time. I've never seen anything like it before, and I don't know where it ends. South and others claim that Democrats have suffered from a severe decline in public trust. The Hollywood leftists who have bankrolled Democratic candidates at both the state and federal level are now under scrutiny, as Harvey Weinstein, perhaps chief among the entertainment industry's political powerhouses, is facing dozens of sexual harassment, sexual assault, and rape allegations, and, quite possibly, an indictment. The major Democratic players who represent some of California's biggest urban areas can't escape the tarnish. Even Rep. Nancy Pelosi isn't immune, the article claims, because she stalled Rep. John Conyers' resignation, calling Conyers an American icon, and pleading with him to remain in office, even as more women came forward to accuse Conyers of bizarre, and often sexual, behavior. So many Hollywood leftists were accused of sexual assault, sexual harassment, and even rape. That doesn't look good for the Democrat Party that the celebrity elites often stand by. All those words speaking out from the hashtag #MeToo has been more like one big finger pointing at Democrats as they continuously get tossed under the rolling wheels of sexually charged crime allegations. People like Nancy Pelosi are no different. She stood up for John Conyers and stalled his resignation as he faced his accusations that could end his career. With Pelosi supporting him, does that mean she knew of his alleged behavior from the past, and she was okay with it because it wasn't directed towards her? Did she know about any of this and keep it secret? All that finger-pointing by Hollywood elites telling people how to behave, and they were the ones misbehaving. It's funny that we witnessed so many of the Democrats tell people what to do or not to do, and they were the people perpetrating crimes on innocent victims. The California Assembly is itself embroiled in its own sex scandal. Dozens of women signed a petition to demand accountability from Democratic legislators they claim have sexually harassed aides and staff. They even have their own movement, #WestsideEnough. The Assembly plans to hold hours of hearings dedicated to sexual harassment within its ranks when it reconvenes in January, and the state Senate has hired 2 separate law firms, Politico reports, to handle what leadership believes will be a wave of claims. Nancy Pelosi's daughter, Alexandra, is leading a group of progressive feminists attacking California state Democrats from the left, accusing them of covering up for abusers in the ranks while labeling themselves great protectors of women's rights. Democrats have yet to see electoral fallout from D.C. and Hollywood scandals. But Politico seems convinced that, at least in California, certain seats are likely to remain vacant or even flip to Republican if state-based scandals make national headlines. Californians prefer Democrats, that's not in doubt, but they may want a change of pace from their regular representation. What's next for Nancy Pelosi and the bigwigs of the Democrat Party? The Hollywood scandal is massive, and there are so many accusations that it would take a room full of people to compile a complete list. There are so many Democrats wrapped up in criminal activity who are being supported by people like Nancy Pelosi, and people have to wonder how far down the hole she's going with them. Is Nancy Pelosi and her support for the accused people like John Conyers the next to fall?